Welcome to the 116th episode of the Meeple Society, a podcast about board games hosted by two longtime role players turned avid board gamers. My name is Katie.
I'm Greg.
On this episode, we seek to find and observe a vast array of aquatic life, navigate the verse in search of a crew and jobs to keep us in fuel, work our way up the social ladder with eyes on Marion the Duke, and spend some time brewing the perfect potions. And finally, we're going to wrap it up by making some of our favorite games. But first,
we have a guest.
we do.
Producer Justin is in town for Gen Con.
I drove in specifically for this podcast.
You did.
I'm leaving tomorrow night. Or tomorrow morning.
Right? No, you're in town for Gen Con. Plus, you had to work at Butler for a couple days.
Yeah.
I
Today
didn't
and tomorrow.
have to, but I chose to
Yeah.
come early to work on campus.
Yeah.
There you
Yes.
And now, if you're listening to
show
this,
your face a little bit.
yes, if you're listening to this on the day it drops, we're already at Gen Con having a blast. So.
Yes. So we're
Because
not
this
going
will
to
come out on a Friday.
Yes, this should come out, provided I have time to finish editing. This will come out on Friday of Gen Con. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to cover it too much in depth. You'll hear more about it on the next episode. But we are going to
2
talk a
weeks.
little bit about what we're looking forward to and some of our expectations. Maybe.
So, do you want to cover what we want to look at or the construction that's going on at Gen Con right now? I have pictures.
I read that.
There's a picture here.
Yeah.
If you're actually watching the video of this on Spotify or YouTube, I can't talk today. We'll put these pictures up. But this is a Hoosier and Capitol concourse. Hoosier and Capitol is
That is
the front part of the
hallway.
Gen Con?
It's right there in the very front of
by the glass wall.
by the glass doors, the main entrance,
Mm-hmm.
the hallway that goes down to the stadium.
Yeah.
That goes down to the underground pathway to the stadium. From what I understand, they are in the process. Now, why they had to time it right now, I don't know. But you know what? The construction guys probably aren't too terribly worried about the 70,000 people that are going to be trying to navigate through
No.
these hallways.
To be fair, they always
So-
do large conventions.
They
Yeah.
do.
So there's never a good time.
There's
So,
not.
so if you haven't
But-
followed along, why is there construction at Gen Con? Because they just built a 800-room hotel
Yeah.
just across the street. It's adding, I
Yeah.
think is it 1,500 or is it 15,000 square feet convention area in the on the first floor
don't know.
of this hotel?
I'm not sure, but
15,000 honestly makes more sense.
yeah.
And
But
this is connecting to the convention center now.
Yes.
That's why the construction is
this
going on
is-
along
yes,
that area.
They are in the process of connecting, as somebody put on Facebook, the gerbil tube
Yeah.
between the new hotel and the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's going to be coming up right here.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Actually, a pretty good spot for it.
It is.
It's really a good spot for it because
It
that
is.
hallway is.
I could
nothing.
truly see it
Yeah.
if it came in above the doors and onto that upper area of the convention center.
Yeah.
So
That's
then when you
further
come in,
down, though, isn't it?
no, there's
No,
that one that
it's-
looks out over Card Hollow
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Which is
has
right
the
there.
grass railings that looks out, and it's right there by the main front
Yeah,
doors.
this is the doors by her Card Hollow.
We'll have to look at it yesterday.
Yesterday, yes. We'll take pictures and kind of explain where it's at. If you've been
Yeah.
to convention center, you'd understand.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it next week, though. But yeah, there's a lot of construction going on right here. And this is the only thing that I know of inside this convention center. I know there's a lot going on outside. Some of the parking's going to be murder this year.
Yeah, and parking's a little more expensive this
It
year
is a little
too.
more expensive this year.
Luckily, we don't have to pay the hotel fees because we live here in Indy.
Yeah, so it's worth it still.
We just drive down every day and fight for parking spots,
Yeah.
but we get down there usually early enough.
Yeah,
Okay, so things that are coming up at Gen Con.
things are we looking forward to?
Is anybody looking forward to anything? I'm looking forward to trying to get Rock Hard 1977's
Yes.
expansion.
And I want to get the Lost.
Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Thank you, Lost Ruins of Arnak's expansion that is coming out.
So they asked me this today at work, and I was like, "Well, what are you planning on doing at Gen Con?" I was like, "I don't know, just walk around,
We're just walking around,
hope to not
looking
spend
at
too much money."
games. Right.
Hopefully, looking forward to saving money this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not easy to do at Gen Con.
We'll see if this happens.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't, like, watch for board games like we
I
do.
don't. They were like, "Are you watching for anything?" I was like, "No, I go off of vibes, and if it looks cool to play."
Yeah.
But
Let's
it's
be
cool.
fair. I don't watch for them either, but
I do.
To
I
be
got an
fair,
email
I mean,
about Lost Ruins.
I didn't
so.
play Dungeon Cart, which I bought 2 years ago at Gen Con, until like a year later on the 24.
Yeah.
We still haven't played a game that we bought last year at Gen Con, Undergrove.
Yeah, we
the big
just
box of
talked about it.
Undergrove.
We just
'Cause
had an opportunity to buy it.
Yeah, the retail version was at the garage sale at Saltier's just last weekend, and it was like going, Justin and Jackie
have
have
the
that
big
game,
box.
and they have the big box. I wonder if they've played it yet.
Yesterday, when I was like, I should have brought a game over to learn at some point this week. That was the game I was talking about. It was I should have.
had now.
Yeah.
Well, she is coming down yesterday,
Well,
She
so
was
I
coming
will
down
just
yesterday.
have her bring that down because it's actually one of the games that we did not pack into storage.
Oh,
So
there
it
you go.
is already out. It's not in a
good.
box right now.
Good.
So
Good.
So other than that, I mean, like I said, I haven't really even actually been. I haven't even gone on to BGG because there is a list of everything that's being released,
Nope,
and you
I
can
have not.
break
Yeah.
it down to games that are just for sale or things that are just being demoed or being showed for the first time. I haven't really looked at that.
I don't
Because
have the
it gets
time
us
or
in trouble,
energy
but
to look
yeah.
at that.
And most of the days we usually really start picking games up is Saturday, and we're going to be busy all day Saturday. So
We are.
it's going to be what we see.
Yeah.
And like I said, my biggest thing I want to come out, I would love to be able to come out with the Rock Hard 1977 expansion.
Yeah.
Because if I get that, then I can possibly integrate it into my game on Saturday. I got two games of that
Oh, the
on
people
Saturday.
who are playing
So
would love that. Are you
yeah, be
kidding
able to
me?
play the expansion before they have to
Yeah.
buy it.
yeah.
Yeah.
They would love that.
I mean, last year you won a Lightning Train, and we fought for that, and Galileo, and we got
Yeah.
both of those
Yeah,
games.
you went to well, it was crazy though. You went to Galileo, which was further away. Like from where we were started at the doors as we went in, Lightning Train's right there. He had to go all the rest of the way across the convention center to get to Galileo.
roads.
He got the game and came back already, and I was still in line to get my game. And I was
I
like
was
20th
sitting
in
on a
line.
bench outside waiting for the crowd to die down.
Yeah.
I think by the time you got in there, we were at like checkout or just finishing.
You were,
Yeah.
no, I
Lightning
think you
Train.
guys were both standing in line waiting for
Yeah.
Lightning Train, but you were only a couple people away.
Yeah.
It wasn't far. Like, yeah, I just waited
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
crowd
we'll
to die
get
down.
we'll get Rock Hard.
Yeah. But now,
Yeah.
well, DeVere does have a room, and we
Yes.
found out the year Rock Hard came out that they were selling it. We
Yes.
walked in, and the guy right in front of me bought the last copy
Yeah.
that day. So you'd have to come back the next
So
day,
that's
or
the first
go
place
get
we're going Thursday morning.
or
I guess.
or go get in line over where they were selling at, and hope to get it over there. Jackie Fox won't be there this year
No.
to sign anything, but that's
And
okay.
that may have been why it was brand new. She was there to sign it. Mm-hmm. I suspect that's why it was such a big hit.
Well, yeah.
And why it sold out so fast. I
But
don't
it's
know
still
if
a
the
really,
expansion will.
I really like the
but
game though.
we still want to look for it, yes.
Yeah.
I'm most looking forward to just Saturday and being able to teach and meet people.
And we get to meet Joy.
Yes.
Our
Yes.
listener from Michigan has bought
she
tickets to both of our games.
That's what she said. I
So-
somehow missed that note from her. I don't
Didn't
know
care
why.
about my game, but whatever.
So,
You did on the Playing Through Our Collection videos.
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
So
You get talked about on there because, hey, we played this with Justin and Jackie.
We specifically watch those videos to see how much we get referenced and if they complain about us beating them.
Have we?
Yeah.
he's going to complain about you later today. You know that,
Oh,
right?
good. Oh, yes.
yes.
I was actually, I talked to like 3 people about this game today.
And we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Okay.
But anyway, though, so yeah, if you are at Gen Con and listening to us at Gen Con, I guess, I don't know why you would be listening to us at Gen Con.
Maybe in their room later that night before as they're walking over.
If you're a diehard fan of the Meeple Society and you listen to it on the day it comes out, and
Thank you.
you're sacrificing the whole Gen Con day to listen to us talk,
They have you in their AirPods
There you go.
while walking through the vendor hall.
come and
you go.
find us. We'll be all over the place. And like I said, Saturday on the floor of Lucas Oil Stadium, we'll be down there.
With-
Just come by, say hi,
Oh my gosh, what was the name of the group?
Fight and Fire, or
Fight in the Sky Society.
Fight in the Sky Society. We'll be down on the floor someplace.
Yes.
You'll
I just
see
don't
us.
know where
Hopefully
they
you'll
are
see
listed.
us.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a slightly big floor.
Yep.
it is.
It's almost big enough to play football on.
Yep.
We will be in our Meeple Society shirts. I will tell you that. Well, maybe
Hmm.
we have to find out. Make sure that's okay on Thursday. Wednesday when we have our meeting. But I imagine it will
I'm
be.
sure we could.
So.
I only brought Meeple Society shirts, so.
Then again, if you
that or no
don't
shirt.
ask, better to ask forgiveness than permission sometimes.
It's whatever. But yeah, if you see us come by, say hi, take a picture. Maybe we can even sit down and play a game if time allows it.
Absolutely.
So, are we actually talk about games now?
Yes.
Okay. You're up first.
I'm up first. Okay. All right. So this past weekend, 2 days ago. 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. We got a chance to go play some games with some of the ladies from the ladies group. And Greg got to be, the odd man out.
Yeah.
Which will become apparent later on in our discussion. We'll come back to that. But the last game we got to play in the evening, we're going to kind of go backwards here on how the games we played. Mm-hmm. The last game we got a chance to play was Finspan. All right, so Finspan was published last year, 2025, by Stonemaier Games, designed by David Gordon and Michael O'Connell, art by Catalina Martinez, Anne-Marie Martinez, Jaramillo? I think that's Jaramillo. And Mesa Schumacher.
Is that Anna Marie Martinez Jaramillo?
No. Yes.
Oh, yeah, there is no comma there. I look like I saw a comma there. Okay, so Anna Marie Martinez. That's a tongue twister. Anna Marie Martinez Jaramillo. Gosh, I cannot talk. I'm just going to do the art all over again. Jeez. And then Mesa Schumacher. We're good. We're going to stop there. Plays 1 to 5 players, ages 10 and up. Plays in roughly an hour, which I would agree there. This is a more simplistic version, I feel. I don't really want to call simplistic. It has the same bones as its two predecessors, as Wingspan and Wormspan. But it has a little bit of a twist. One, you twist the board the other direction. Your player board, it's the same size player board, but now you're going vertically instead of horizontally. So you are starting, and it makes sense because you're starting at the water surface and you're working your way down. You've got your shallow areas where you've got your stream flowing and actual water movement, and then you go down a little bit where you're still getting some sun in the water and you can still see. And then you've got your mid-range, and then you've got your really deep, dark areas of the ocean. And just like Wingspan, you don't have fish you can choose from. When you draw blind.
Yes.
So you never get to see which fish you're drawing. However, you don't necessarily have to put them all out because as you're drawing cards, you're just laying them next to your board. You've got an open hand next to your board, no limit on the number of cards you can hold there. And then each one, again, just like both of the other games, it requires some sort of resources in order to build them. But here's the catch. They're not resources you have to go out and find. These are resources that are already on your board. They are fish eggs that are on your board, or should be. They are baby fish that hatch from the fish eggs that are on your board. They are the schools of fish that basically is 3 baby fish merged together. Sometimes you have to pay that. They are the excess cards, maybe the cards you're not going to be able to build. Those can be used as resources. So you're paying... Just like the others, you're choosing the option of putting down a fish and paying the resources to do so. And then you can put them wherever you want. There are still goals to meet at the end of each week. There's 4 weeks in the game. Everybody gets 8 turns. 6 turns. I think it was 6 turns per week, if I remember correctly. And you have choices of putting down a fish or activating one of your 3 columns of fish. And as you activate them, you go down the list and you activate, just like you would in the others, you activate every fish that activates along the way. However, at the end of each one of the depth ranges, there's an action. So if you have a fish in one of the top 3 rows in the sunlight area, in the row that gets you, or in the column that gets you cards, then you get to draw a card. Then if you have another fish in the mid-range area, you get to draw another card. Just because you have a fish there, it doesn't matter what the fish gives you. If you have a fish in the bottom area, you get to draw yet another one.
And there's already one on your board.
There is one already on the board there.
It starts with one there.
It acts as one of the fish. It's either a fish that's there, It does help complete stuff. However, it could also be a fish that gets easily eaten. Some fish require you eat another one in order to play it. And then if you make it all the way to the bottom, or when you make it all the way to the bottom, because you're going to make it all the way down, if it's the first time you've activated that column in that day or in that week, then there's another bonus action. In that particular column, it's to draw something out of your discard pile. Because as you are, quote unquote, discarding cards in order to use as resources, they're going into a personal discard pile. And this gives you a chance to pull those back out. There's another column that gives you eggs, lets you lay eggs on all the different fish that don't currently have them. Each egg. This is where it kind of breaks normal marine biology. Each fish is only allowed one egg. And we know that's not the case.
Yeah.
But that's the game.
But it becomes the resource
It
instead
does
of
become
needing
a
resources.
resource, right. And then the last column allows you to hatch your fish. So you can hatch the eggs, and then maybe move those new babies around so that they can form schools.
Yep.
And at the end of the game, those schools are worth 6 points each. So that is a huge point maker if you can get those fish pooled together.
And the schools don't have to be on a fish card.
No, they do not. They can move around to wherever they want to be. So that is the basics of how it plays. Like I said, the game ends just like the other two when the week is up. When all 4 weeks are done, that's the end of the game. Then you score up all your points. It's really pretty simple. I was actually very impressed with how streamlined it was. Mm-hmm. There's no extra resources to have to go out and gather. It's all right there. You are creating every single resource as a byproduct of the game.
Oh, yeah.
So, you want to add anything?
No, I kind of added it as I went through.
Okay. So, I really enjoyed this one. I knew I had wanted to try it. I had no intention of buying it.
This has the, if I could remember the game, that'd be great. Race for the Galaxy kind of aspect into it because you have a handful of cards. You're like, ooh, I'd like to play that one. I'd like to build that one. But you're using cards as resource because some fish, it takes three of your cards to put the fish out, like the one on the screen there.
Poor Sarah couldn't keep cards in her personal display.
Or,
because every card she got needed 2 or 3 cards to put
like
down.
the great northern tilefish, it takes 2 cards and an egg, and it can only be in 2 different places.
Like, I love all these cards.
I need some of these cards to build these cards.
No. Which one do I want the most?
And some of them ate the baby fish when you put it out.
So as soon as you get 2 baby fish together, and there's my third one, I'm almost to the point of making a school, and I have to eat a baby fish.
Yeah, like the big blue salmon or whatever it is.
So
it takes a card and an egg and it eats a baby.
Yep.
So
it was interesting. I'm actually, like I said, I had no intention of going out and buying this one. I was perfectly happy with the 2 we had. But now I'm actually saying if we find it at a good price, it's a nice introduction to that system.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed games that where if you read the card, it actually makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like, what does this do?
Right.
Right. And it helps. We know somebody who actually consulted marine biologists in Hawaii, in Florida.
And Alex Marks has a credit in it right there at the beginning.
Alex is a friend of ours from the retreat.
Yep.
And he was one of the guys that got referenced. He's a marine biologist down in Miami.
And he actually we were playing the game with him, and he actually told us about it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's cool.
He's like, hey, look,
that's
my name.
Yeah. So when
he told us at the retreat, he goes,
we were like in the middle of
he goes
Wild Wild West or something.
Yeah, he was like, well, the game's supposed to drop this week anyway, so I'll go ahead and tell you. Yeah. I was a consultant on Finspan. We go, Finspan? He goes, yeah, it's the next one in the span verse. I'm like going, oh, well, that's cool.
So we remembered it when we were sitting there with Sarah and Kristen on Saturday night. And
she looked at it and she read it up.
Sure enough, there's Alex's name right there in the book.
So that was kind of cool.
That was exciting.
Okay, so that's Finspan. Yep. So next we're going to talk about my number 1 game of all time, 3 years running, I think it is now. Yeah, 2 or 3 years running. This is Firefly. We played it just this Sunday.
Just yesterday.
I needed, you see Justin, if you're watching this, you see Justin staring at me with a big old grin on his face. But
Everybody
I played
knows
it
how
because
this
I
is about to
needed
go.
to teach a group of 6 to get in practice for Gen Con, because this is one of the games I'm teaching at Gen Con. Justin was late to the game because traffic coming
By
in from Chicago.
Hour and 45 minutes.
Yep, coming in from...
Well, no, you were only about an hour late because we didn't get started until almost 1.
Oh, okay.
So you're okay.
I was told noon. I got there at 1:45.
Yeah. So we allowed him to take... We were only 2 turns into the game, so we allowed him to take his 2 turns to catch up with us and everything. But I taught the game. There's a lot of questions that came up that I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Ooh, I didn't think about that either. So I got to teach it, but let's go over the stats before I
I was
forget.
wondering if you remember that.
So this is Firefly came out, this version, it's the 10th anniversary edition that came out in 2024. I believe the original came out in 2014.
Yeah.
It's 120 minutes to 240 minutes, ages 13 up, plays up to 10 players.
Oh,
I could just
I would
imagine
think
because
that'd
this
be a lot
6
longer
we
than
just played the
240
6
minutes.
yeah, we just played the 6-player game, and we figured it was almost 4 hours.
You could relatively do it if you have a group of people that don't have a heavy AP of trying to figure out what they're going to do on their turn.
Yeah.
If I have 9 players in between me, I already know what I'm doing.
Yes.
So
Yes,
it's like
it's-
boom, boom, boom.
So
Okay,
it's-
I'm already looking at the discard pile. I decided
right.
I don't want any of these cards. Give me the next 3 cards. You can go.
Yeah.
And then I'll figure out what I'm
Yeah.
buying because you're not on the same planets.
And they tell you in
Generally.
this rule book, the new rule book, it took all the expansions and threw it into one rule book. And it's easier to look at all the separate rule books. That's what I found out, though. But it tells you in there, whoever's turns next, if they know what they're going, if they're going to go shopping and nobody else is in before them that's going to go shopping there, go ahead and start looking through the discard pile. When it's your turn, if you don't find anything in there, then you can take your cards. But you already know what you're doing. So they
We
gave
did
you
that.
pointers on how to get the game moving so there's not so much downtime in the game, because this can be a downtime. This is an open world game.
Yeah.
Oh, I never even finished who designed this.
Yeah, you might want to finish.
So this is designed by Aaron Dill, Joe Kepler, George Krubitsky,
Yeah.
and Sean Swagert. Swagert.
Sure.
An artist by Christian Casado and Ortazu.
That's all one word.
It's all one name.
Or one name.
Christian
There's no
Cor-
clue there, remember?
Oh, Christian Casado Ortazu.
I'm glad I'm not the only one with this
And
problem.
published by Gale Force Knights. Well, it doesn't help it, too, that I have these glasses on that are all scratched up. So I'm trying to focus on it and around the scratch. Oh, there we go. Anyway. But I have this game ranked at a 9.75.
I believe
I
it.
don't believe I have a 10 ranking anywhere.
So this is a 10 for him.
I think this is my highest ranked game.
Basically.
Yeah. I would probably put this one at. I'd probably put it at 7.5 for myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my favorite game of all time, but I will absolutely sit down and play it if somebody pulls it out.
Yeah. So this is one big table hog.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Considering that 6 people, now mind you, we do not have a huge table.
No.
Now, our game room table is not huge. We probably should have moved to the dining room. But that's okay. We made it work. But
Yeah.
all of the cards were off the table.
Yes,
they were
yeah.
all on side tables. Every last
Yeah, when
deck.
we play this 4-player, we always have the cards at
Oh,
the end of
yeah.
the tables in our, as we call them, the grandstands.
Yes.
But how you play this game, this is an open world concept. If you've ever watched Firefly, it's the verse. And you are going around. There are, at the beginning of the game, there is a story card and a setup card to tell you how to set the game up and then what the goals were of the game. And the game we played, it had 3 goals. You had to get 6,000, or no, you had to be solid with 2 contacts, which meant you had to go do jobs for people like Nishka or Badger or Patience or Higgins or Amandul or Fanti and Mingo, because we had the entire verse. We had all of it. And you had to do them correctly and finish them off, and then you became solid. So you had to be at least 2 people that were solid. Then you had to get $6,000 to get your second goal, and then make it back to Ezra, where Nishka's at, to pay off your ship, and you win the game.
This story.
On this
particular
one,
story,
this is
there's
one story.
multiple
There are
styles of
a
games.
lot of.
There's well over 20, 25
and
cards.
you can change out what the setup is versus the cards. You can just intermingle them, and there's ones that can take up to 6 hours. Some that only take an hour. This one was supposed to only take 2 hours.
I can see that with 4 people.
Yeah.
And 4 people that knew everything.
But this one said it was up to 6 players.
Right.
That's why,
Okay.
and it's the beginning one even.
Even with 6 players who knew the game, I could see 2 hours.
Yeah.
But only 2 of us really knew the game.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, the others, you hadn't played in a really long time.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's been a while for
And
me, but
Doug and
I knew I knew what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Doug and Sarah had not played in years, and Kat had never played. So, yeah.
Yep. So in this game, like I said, you are hiring crew members. So you're going to the different ports like Silverhold and Space Bazaar and all those to find crew members, to find equipment that you're going to need to misbehave because you need a certain skill level to misbehave things. Yeah, Sarah's having trouble with misbehaving there.
I'm sorry, she didn't get the cards that I got.
Yeah, you can't pass this. You're dead. You got the River Tam
You got
card.
the River Tam card.
There is a
Not
card.
even that. I fought hard the card before that, and then I got the River Tam card. And I was like, what was the point of the first card? I killed all my crew.
So there is a movement deck for the different areas for the rim space, for Reaver space, and for the core. And each one of those decks has a reshuffle card. When it comes up, you reshuffle. And the misbehaving deck has a reshuffle card. It's called the River Tam card. When that card comes up, you instantly botch.
The only way to pass it is to have
is if you have River
Tam in your
Tam. So
crew.
you instantly lose unless you can find River Tam. And then you reshuffle the deck. So all these bad cards you guys just went through, now they're reshuffled back into the deck. And
Along with all the other bad
Justin
cards.
pulled that card, so he lost that one. So as you're getting jobs in this game and trying to pass it, if you are ever on a job and you get, even when you're say you have to go and misbehave to get paid for this job, and you botch the misbehaving roll and it issues a warrant, you lose that job. You don't get to redo it. You don't get to go and get new stuff or try it again. You lose the job. And now you got to start all over with another job.
Yep.
So there's a lot of theme in the game
I
that comes
feel
out
like
in this game.
I feel like if you know the series, if you know the world, you're going to feel the theme. If you have no clue, you've never watched the series, it's another space game.
Yeah. So
really is.
let's get to the point where Justin was staring at me like that. So I was sitting just right outside of Ezra. I only had one goal. All I had to do is mosey. When you mosey, you don't have to turn over a movement card. So you don't have to worry about the Reavers coming at you or the Alliance coming at you, which I was attacked by the Reavers quite a few times. Thank you, Kat. But that's beside the point. I'm not bitter about that. Anyway, I'm one spot away. On my turn, I'm winning this game because this job at Ezra paid me $3,000, which gave me over $6,000 in my bank. I would win the game. And out of nowhere, here comes Justin screaming across the verse.
To be fair, I was like 3 spaces away at a planet very close. But yes, I did.
When I seen it, I was like, how'd he get there already?
I was there for 2 turns, of which I pulled the River Tam card in the middle of it. But yeah.
But yeah, so he stole the job. He was, there was 2 more people to go before I would get to go when you went?
Yeah.
No, Kat and I were nowhere close.
No, I know. But if I got through Justin and got through you 2, I was finishing the game no matter what.
Yes.
The game was over.
Yeah.
Justin just ended it 2 turns before I could.
I had to misbehave to which the turn before that is when I pulled a card. It was like, okay, split your entire crew into 2 teams, and then now roll a 12 or more in your guns on one team. If basically you don't roll a 12, kill everybody. And then okay, now your next team, roll your guns. If you don't roll a 12, kill everybody. And I killed my entire crew except for my captain, me.
Only because you can't kill your
Yeah, because you
captain.
can't kill it yourself.
He just gets angry.
So I'm like, okay, great. And it was, but I think I ended up passing it, but I pulled the River Tam card, and then we figured out later that I actually didn't pass because I had a federal marshal, and either way, I failed it. So the next turn, I'm like, okay, this is my chance. I have to misbehave twice. I got like a fake ID, which I passed immediately, and then I got something where I had to roll a 3, and I did. And I passed it, flew right on over, and just
Snuck the
stole
victory
it.
out.
I was like, this is my one go. My one chance. All I have to do is get this second, because I had the money already.
Yeah.
I just had to get that second solid.
Yeah. I did not. But I drew that card. I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's going to where I need to be, and it's going to give me the money to win. Nobody else has a second goal yet. I'm good. And then Justin suddenly got that second goal, and I'm like, wait, how did he get there?
Yeah, I had 0 goals at the start of the turn.
Right.
And then I got both goals.
What is going on here? How did this happen?
Well, if you had one, we'd have wondered about the teach. So
I could say I Indy 500 you.
Yeah.
You did. Right at the last second.
Oh, yeah. I got that. I was like, you did what? Oh, yeah, Indy 500. How David Malukas lost the race. He thought he had it won, and here come Rasmussen, right? What was his name? I don't remember.
Here comes the winner. That wasn't Malukas.
Yep.
Stole it right behind. Right, so
it made Malukas
it's great
cry.
because he actually loves Malukas. So
no, I don't. I don't like Malukas. He's a Penske driver. I don't like Penske.
that was the joke.
Yes, I know.
We're off topic now.
Yes, I know. Firefly. But yeah, so this is a game, like we said, I'm teaching at Gen Con. So if you're at Gen Con listening to us, come by on Saturday and you can see me teach it at least. And who knows, there might be a seat open. Somebody didn't show up, and maybe you can slide in.
And we've talked about potentially playing it after we're done teaching.
Yeah, and we're looking to play after 8 o'clock.
If you're still hanging around.
Yeah, stadium floor. Look for us. We're going to play it again.
Maybe. That's the plan right now. Who knows what'll happen by 8 o'clock Saturday night.
Well, Jeff really wants to play it. He was all
does.
excited.
He does. Okay.
Okay, so Katie.
Okay, we are moving on to the second game that we played on Saturday over at Sarah's house. Different Sarah than the one that played in Firefly. Anyway, we played a game called Deadly Dowagers. Deadly Dowagers was published in 2023 by Sparkworks and Tabletop Tycoon Inc. are the two I can see. Designed by Sarah Shipp and art by Mercedes Palacios.
You got all of the hard names totonight.
I always
She
get
always
the
does.
hard names.
Both of you have gotten
I'll
all
get
the
like
hard
Bill
names.
Smith and Joe Jones usually.
God. Totally off topic. Sorry, guys. Got a phone call today for work. Here was the name, and I'm like, I literally said, so this check is for so-and-so, and I'm not even going to try that last name. And he just started laughing. He goes, I wouldn't either.
Also off topic, we did a 2-mile walk in for a fundraiser, and there was a raffle at the end of it, and we had tickets, and we were sitting here filling out our tickets, and Jackie was like, we both look at each other. I'm like, I'm writing your name down.
You didn't want them trying
Black
to
is
pronounce?
a little easier to pronounce.
Yeah. It at least gets pronounced correctly.
We did win, so
Hey, there you go.
Back.
Okay, so back to this. Plays 2 to 6 players, 30 to 90 minutes. About right. Probably about a 60-minute game for us. We had 5 players in the game at this point, ages 14 and up. And I can definitely see the 14. I would probably argue be a little higher than that because of the topics. So, the whole point of this game, Justin's looking at some of the cards. Okay, so the whole point of this game is that you are a maiden and you are trying to work your way up through the society ladder in order to marry above your station and eventually work your way up to marrying the Duke. Whoever marries the Duke first wins the game and becomes the Duchess. Right, Duchess? So,
I won the game.
you won the game, yes. All right, so at the start of the game, you start off with only $5 to your name and a handful of cards. And the cards are all sorts of things. They are ways of making money, they are ways of killing off your husbands, and they are ways of remarrying without gaining an ill reputation. What do they call it? Infamy. Without gaining infamy. So the whole point of the game is to try to keep your infamy under control, because as you marry up the society ladder, the husbands don't necessarily want to marry somebody with a whole lot of infamy. They want somebody respectable. So you've got to keep your infamy down by working for charity or by doing all sorts of other things, owning an estate, turning your farm into an estate, things like that. Justin is reading the rules over here.
Sounds like a great game.
It is hysterical.
It was a blast.
We had a good time with it. So at the start of each round, you're going to basically get a new hand of cards, and you're drafting your cards. You're looking at your cards, and you're passing everything one direction, and they change directions each time. You're passing the cards around until you have 5 cards in your hand, and then you have to discard one of those cards. You just get rid of one of the ones you didn't want. Most likely the last one you were handed, but not necessarily.
No.
So, and the cards are all sorts of things. They are land, they're farms, they are estates that you can turn your farms into to make more money.
Rental properties.
They are rental properties. Again, you make a little bit more money when your husband dies. They are ways of killing your husband, either conspicuously or with an axe.
I killed 2 of my husbands with an axe.
You did, yes.
1 with a stiletto, 2 with an axe.
Yeah. There are remarry cards in there, and the remarry cards let you basically marry respectably. But you can't play a kill your husband card and a remarry card in the same turn. So if you kill your husband in the same turn and you want in one turn, and you want to marry again in the same turn, so you don't go a whole round of not being married, then you have to elope. But elope is bad because that's not respectable.
Yeah.
Or you could strangle your husband, but that's a lot of infamy. And then you can actually remarry, provided the husband will take you with all that infamy. It was very interesting. Now, part of this, though, is in order to marry up, you had to pay a dowry. So every time you killed off your husband, you had to sell everything, and you got all that money. And all that money went to pay the dowry for the next husband. And eventually you just work your way up until you have enough money to pay the dowry for the Duke. It was hysterical.
Yes.
We were all laughing, and oh my gosh, we were all cracking up that the only guy in the game became the Duchess. And I think Sarah is going to call you Duchess from here on out.
Yes, you probably will.
I would.
Because I married the guy in one round, and then the next round I killed him. I put out like two farmlands and a mill, had an affair, and killed him. Got all the money, and was able to go and
Marry the
Duke.
Yeah. So the game lasted about an hour. We probably played, 6 or 7 rounds. It wasn't very long,
No.
but it was a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun.
But I loved some of the weapons that you could use. Where's that card back? Yeah, I was Gertrude.
We decided he really needed to be Lizzie, but
Yeah, there's no Lizzie though.
No, there was no Lizzie.
But you had the Derringer, a hat pin, an axe. There's the axe I used. I used that, and they don't show the stiletto.
I actually
there's
had the
the
natural
stiletto.
causes card. That was my first method of death. Was
Yeah,
natural
Sarah had a
causes. That
natural
was it.
college. But
Natural
straight
causes.
rager, what is it? Inherent.
Inheritance powder. I had that one too.
A hunting rifle. I had one, but I didn't use it.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. This is one that I don't know if I need to own it. I think it is definitely one of those games that it depends on the group of people you're playing with.
Yeah.
But it can be a pretty morbid game. But at the same, it's like along the lines of Bloody End.
Yeah.
It's that little touch of morbid,
Where you,
but still,
where you kill your guests and then go through their pockets and steal their money and then bury them under a building outside.
Yeah.
So that the cops don't find them.
Anyway, that is Deadly Dowagers.
Yeah.
Interesting little game.
All during Finspan, Sarah said, "It's your turn, princess."
Or Duchess.
Or Duchess, yeah. It's your
Duchess,
turn,
yep.
Duchess.
Yep, she did.
Next, we are going to talk about Whirling Witchcraft. This is a 2 to 5 player game, 15 to 30 minutes, 14 and up. Designed by Eric Anderson Sonden. Artist by Lisa Lewis. Francisco Waberson Santiago. I'm telling you, these glasses, it's making that look fuzzy. I can look down here and it does the same thing though. And this is by AEG. This is a game all about your brewing potions and stuff. And how you do that is each round you're going to get a card. You start off with one witch that gives you a power or not.
You might just
And
start with an extra
Usually get a
potion.
power or potion.
Or a power
one
or
of
a
the
potion,
two.
that's right. A power or a potion. And then you're going to draw a potion card. You got, what, 4 of them? You get
Four.
You start with 4. You take one and you pass it along. And then everybody reveals their card, and then they start filling potions with the cubes they have on their workbench. Once everybody's done, everybody takes what all those potions made, put them in their cauldron. Yeah, it's a cauldron. I was thinking it was a platter or a bowl or something. Anyway, and you move it the opposite direction as you pass the cards, and that person has to take them off, put them in their workbench. If they don't have room for that color on their workbench, it comes back to you, and you put it up front. And if you get 5 before anybody else, you win the game.
So the whole goal is to make the other person
Overflow. Yeah, it was overflow,
their
I think is
cauldron.
what it was called.
Yeah.
There's also 3 little tokens that on the top of the card, spell cards. It allows you to move down this little track, and when you hit the even numbers, you get to do a certain thing depending on what
Certain
token it is.
ability,
Like
An Arcana
you
track.
can pick a
Yes.
token of your type.
Pick a token from your type. You could return 2 tokens from your workbench back to the supply because you don't want to overflow your workbench.
No.
And the last one was picking a 1 resource type and using that on all of your potion. You basically took from the supply to fill up your
To help
resource
create your
tokens.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Which came in handy a couple times.
Yeah, but as you made your potions too, there was a pool in the middle that you would take the token out. You didn't
Yeah.
have to. You didn't take them off your board. You take them
Yes.
from there, and that's what it made.
What you put
Oh, for
into
that
the
Arcana. I was
potions,
like,
yeah.
hold on, this is why Dad beat us twice last night,
Right.
is that he was
Yeah,
cheating.
What you put into the potion,
Right, comes
Came
from
off
your
your
board.
board.
Yes.
what the
What
potion,
the potion created came from the middle.
supply,
Correct.
Yes.
That's what I thought I said.
Yeah.
You probably did, but
Yes.
it was
It was garbled.
It was garbled.
I'm
That's
sorry.
a good word for it.
It was
Comment
in
below.
it was in
Who said that
dyslexic.
correctly?
It was in dyslexic.
It was in dyslexic.
Yeah.
Okay.
They knew what I meant.
Okay.
But yeah, I like it. We played this game a long time ago,
It was about
like
5 years ago.
2021, 2022, somewhere around there.
I looked it up last night. It
The
was
first year we
21.
went down to the retreat, we played it along the way with one of your high school friends.
Yes.
And that was before we met Jeff, too.
Yeah, it was.
It was the first
right
time we
before
stopped
met
in
Jeff.
Richmond. Didn't know he was just north of her.
Yeah.
But we played this over there. We played it twice, and
Yeah. I
Lisa
mean,
won it the first time, and then I won it the second time.
I don't remember.
And then I won. We played this
have to
twice
look it
just
up.
last night or Sunday night.
Yeah, it's one of those that every time
Yeah.
we've only played it twice. We've played 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
I feel like you need that first time just to kind of get a handle on what you're doing.
It's a very quick
in
game.
order to
Yeah,
play it the
very
second
quick
time.
game.
Very
yeah.
quick.
And the first game we played, I thought for sure I was going to lose.
I thought for
'cause
sure you guys were both going to lose.
I
yes.
started with 2 green, 2 red, 2 blue, but my power on my card was I got to name a color and take 3 of those resources and use them every turn.
Right.
And then when I realized what was going on, I had forgotten that
I
all
forgot
those
my
spell
power a
cards
couple
stay
times.
down and you refill them every turn. I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is an engine. I need to build an engine.
Yeah.
What does she need over there?
He learned
Oh,
it in the last turn possible.
we
too.
need red. And, yeah. Was it the first game I won at the last turn?
Yeah.
And then
Because
the second
I was
turn-
like, I'm going to win
Oh,
this.
that's right.
Like, I'm going to win.
I
Lost
won
by
it by
one
one cube.
1 cube. You only needed
Yeah.
5 cubes to overflow. I had 7, and I still lost the game.
And I had 8. And then the second
Oh,
game,
that's
I
right.
just kind of
Second
ran
game I had
away with
none.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
interesting game. I did not remember how strategic it
Oh.
could be, how that engine building works. I did not remember how much engine building there really was in this.
Yeah.
Well, it's even more than just the engine that you can get going because you don't want to necessarily take what you're producing and put it up to the next
No.
card because you want all
Right,
of those.
you want all
Yes.
those to go.
You're building an engine based off of who next to you is sending those resources
Yes.
to you.
And I started looking at that. It's like, okay, what is he sending me? Great. He's got a lot of blues.
Yeah.
I need to build something that will use blues.
Right. Yes.
So I started doing that. So I had a way to use what you were sending
Yeah.
me so I didn't overflow.
And I had a lot of cards that needed black to do the potion.
But Justin had
and I
nothing
had
producing black.
But I had a couple cards that were making black.
Oh, okay.
But more than just black though. So I was like, I really need to get those out so I can shove you more stuff to overflow you. So I would take those off of mine because if once they're made, you can take the parts and put them on to make other potions.
On to the next one. Yeah.
On to the very next one,
because
yeah.
like some of them, like you had a blue and it would make a blue, a green, and a red, which is like a spider, a toad, and a toadstool or something like that.
Right.
And you could take the green and put it on the next car, which needs a green. Yeah.
And then there was the spell cards too. You could turn it either way because most of them all had an arrow pointing down. That's the way they had to go. But there was ones that you could turn upside down if you wanted to, if it made it easier for you to. It's like, oh, like I did on one of them because you would need in the second game you needed white, and this one, the way it came out, I made 2 whites, and I was like, nope. I turned it around and I was like, now I need 2 whites to make a black.
Yeah.
And with that route, so yep, it's definitely an engine builder.
It is an engine builder, yeah.
But fun
I enjoyed
game.
it.
If you have a chance to play it, that's Whirling Witchcraft. Okay. Time for first look. So today we're talking about a game that we don't own.
Yeah, so therefore there will be no game sitting, well, basically where I am right now.
There might be a
I will just
picture
put a
over here
picture.
someplace.
There's no might about it. You know me. I'm going to put a picture there.
Okay.
Anyway.
So this is
Can you read those?
this is Game Makers. This is a 2026. It just blows up my computer. This is Game Makers. This came out this year, 2026. This is a 1 to 6 player game, 60 to 90 minutes, ages 15 and up. This is designed by Ben Rossett. Artist is Zane Haas and Bima Kusma. Bima Kusma, and published by Bezier Games.
All right, so this one actually was a Kickstarter or a crowdfunding game last year sometime. I don't feel like it's been all that long ago, and several of the ladies in the ladies group were getting it, and we came very close, but we couldn't justify the cost. So I was very happy when I heard some of them wanting to play it, and we took a chance and went over and played it over at Sarah's house with Kristen, 2 Kristens, Christine and Sarah. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Sarah, Kristen, Sarah, and Christine. Okay, so trying to make that all okay. Gotcha. All right, so the way this one plays, in the center of the table is this giant turntable, basically. So in the middle of this is your factory floor, and on the factory floor there's 4 openings in this. 4 of the 6 spots are open. And this is where you're getting your supplies in order to make your games. One area is the break room. This is where everybody gathers up, and anybody who is there at the start of the turn can be put out. You've got 3 little forklifts that you use as your action markers. And then there are 3 areas that are always open that you can choose based on which one you're taking, the strength of the action you want for the resource you need. One area will get you cards. So, and if you go to the area, okay, so this one kind of has that Formaggio pullback.
Yes.
You can pull the one that's closest to the break room, you're going to get access to again next turn. But it's only a strength 1 action. You get the weakest possible action of that area. The one that's 2 spaces away, you get a 2 strength action, but you're not going to get it back for 2 whole rounds. And then, of course, as you would think, the 3rd space over, you get a strength 3 action, but you don't get it back for 3 more rounds. But it's a strength 3 action, so it just depends on what you need. So 1 action could be cards. You're going to draw more cards. Cards can be used as contracts, or they can be used as resources. And if you're going to use them as resources, once they are in the resource pile, you cannot pull them back out. You have to decide right then and there if you're going to build that game or if you're going to use it at a later date for a resource. One area might be to get workers. And again, those workers can be one of 2 things. You can use them as workers to do bonus actions and put them into your break room, or you can use them as resources and put them into your resource area. Your component area. I'm sorry.
Component area, yes.
Area. There is an area where you are pulling tiles. These are little hexagon tiles of either 1, 2, or 3 hexagons put together. And again, you can put those on your assembly line, which if you can make them line up just right, you're going to get discounts on some of your stuff. Or you can put them in your component area to use to make a game. There's an area for plastic buildings. And the plastic buildings can either go onto your, what do they call those? They were the tiles there,
I don't remember.
I don't remember the actual
They were
name
just
of
like
the tile.
the different plants and stuff that you needed.
They were different plans that you could make.
That gave you a special power
yes,
or
each
in-game scoring.
one, it made each player's board a little asymmetric.
Yes.
Each one had slightly different powers. Like the one I had, if I put a medium-sized worker there, I could gain any worker I wanted. Mm-hmm. Didn't matter what it was. But I had to use a medium-sized worker there every round.
Yeah, mine was the trees.
You got trees, right. So the buildings could be either used there or, bet you can't guess the other place you could put them, into the component bin. What was the other thing? There was and the dice.
The dice.
The dice. So the dice had two different actions also, as you would expect. You could either roll them to increase your tech trees, basically.
Yes.
You could increase the various tech trees, and based on these were the different.
It was war games.
Yes, there was
co-op games, party games,
and strategy
or
and
something.
it was. I don't remember
Euros
what the blue was.
or Ameritrash
Yellow
or
was
something.
strategy, purple was co-op, red was war. I don't remember what blue was off the top of my head. But these were the different types of games, but they were basically tech tracks that were multipliers at the end of the game for how many of them you got done, or how many, whatever the scoring condition was for the player count.
Yeah.
So there was the dice. So you could either roll the dice and move one of the tracks up by that amount, or you could put that die into the component bin to use for cards. So at its heart, this is a tableau builder. You are building a tableau of 3x4, 3x4, 4x4, 3x4. You are building a tableau of 3x4. And each card you lay down, each card is a popular game. I mean,
yes, it was actual box covers.
Yes, they were actual box covers. I mean, you're talking Azul, Cartographers, Nucleum, Catan, Between Two Castles, all sorts of different stuff. And it was funny because as we were comparing, it's like, oh, hey, look, I got Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Looking at each other's boards. Oh, I've played that game. I haven't played that game.
So it was pretty interesting. And Justin's looking at the picture going, wait, what?
Did they get the rights to these games?
It was actually, Sarah was talking about it, or no, not Sarah, Kristen was talking about it, that it was more of a collaboration thing.
Okay.
So between all the different companies.
Okay.
So which
I guess
I thought
it's
was pretty
also free
cool.
marketing.
It is free marketing.
Yeah.
It absolutely is free marketing. So, okay, so the tableau is basically all of these cards. And each game, per se, has some sort of bonus on the bottom. It could be end game scoring. It could be immediate bonuses. It could be both. But as you're building out your tableau, you're looking at these. Like, one of the end game scoring may say, for every yellow card you have in these two rows. Well, now I want to load those two rows up with yellow cards. But if I've already got yellow cards there, well, shoot, I need to put this card someplace else that I could still build. Or if I don't have yellow cards there, I need to put it someplace else where I could build more yellow cards. So you're looking at all these different pieces as you're putting it together. In order to build these, you, of course, have to have all those components. And it doesn't take an action. You just do it. The actions are literally just moving your little, what are those called? I said it earlier, forklifts. Moving your little forklifts around as they become available, as your actions become available to you.
Yep.
And then as you go, there are ways of getting trees. Trees are basically victory points at the end of the game. There's no certain component to use it for to get it, but they are definitely victory points at the end of the game. I think that's basically it. You play until one person fills their tableau.
Yeah.
And then score your points up.
Yeah.
So when this first came out, we looked at it and we both of us thought, this is a gimmick. Mm-hmm. This is a gimmick game. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, I did too.
Oh my gosh, I really want this game now.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking for this game.
We are. And what I loved about this, Sarah was showing us this when they put this together, and I'll show this in the pictures, but Justin, you see that handle that that turns it.
Yeah, I
That's what
figured it
turns
turned
everything.
it.
It's a magnet.
Yeah.
It just connects with a magnet.
Magnetically.
The whole piece, the whole center piece is a big old magnet. You just pick it up by the center and the whole thing pops off. So you can change out the order all of those pieces are in. They're completely modular.
Yeah, and then the trays that go around the
trays are all
outside will
modular.
change out to go to where you're at.
Yeah. So that
Where you can just change
whole
the pieces
center
around.
piece just comes apart.
Yeah, and like on the dice one, where if it's the first one, well, these are the level 1s, level 2s, level 3s.
Yeah, and it's like they're 1, 2,
it's-
3, and 4 is the highest
Yeah.
number on it.
And like how this one over here, the little tokens that you can put in your
Assembly line.
assembly line, the 2 token is open, so right now the tokens are actually in the bags,
So you draw them
the different
randomly.
size bags. So you draw them randomly, and then there's usually trays right there split up. The biggest tray is definitely for the 3 token one and 2
Yeah.
token. Yeah, it's really cool.
It,
And then
it
the
was-
different building sizes and
Yeah.
dice sizes and
It is a basic
meeple
tableau builder.
sizes. Yes, it
I
is.
mean, that's really what it is. It's a tableau builder resource management game because you have to manage those resources. And I love the fact that every action you have to make a choice. Am I making my factory better or am I getting my components? Because you can't do both. And you're looking at your thing going, okay, for this particular game, I need to have 6 cards and a 2-piece tile, and I need at least a small dice.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to hit the card section a couple times.
Right.
Because I need 6 cards I don't want to use. So you're having to keep that in mind. Okay, as soon as that comes around to the 3 cards, I got to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So it is really neat.
The tableau building part reminds me of Earth.
Yes.
Because, like you said, there's
all
one
play
up here.
off each other.
You got a worker,
Yeah.
a level 1 worker though, but you scored a point for every yellow,
On your board.
every column that had a yellow
Yeah.
in it. No, that was one,
That
a
was
yellow in every column.
Yes, that was yellow in every
But
column.
then you
you're
could
right.
have one that you scored one for every yellow that was in a row as
Yeah.
well. And you're like going, how do I make this work so I can maximize as many points as
Yeah.
I can? But also each card color also scored due to your
tracks.
track.
Yeah.
So if you never moved them, you're not scoring any points because whether you had 10 of the blue cards and your blue sat on 0, 10 times 0 is 0.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the higher you got up, the more the multiplier
math.
is. So your track is actually your multiplier for your cards.
That is major points.
Yes,
If you can get those tracks up, and that's
because the
again,
top
that's-
is 5 times
That's using
5.
those
So
dice. I really need a red dice to get this game built, but gosh darn it, I just rolled a 6 on this dice.
Yeah,
I really
'cause-
want to use that 6 to move a track
yeah, when you
up.
took the dice, you got to roll it and then decide, do I want to use it on my track or just put over in components and use it to build
And
this
there were
card?
times we're like, nope, I need this for the game. I'm not even going to roll it. I'm just going to put it over here. I don't want to know.
Yeah. And then the buildings, like she said, it gives that asymmetric feel to it because I had one that my my C building was, once I built it, I got a tree that I was able to put it on
A specific tile,
a specific area on the
Yeah.
tree section over there on the side of the board. It was it was that one there or whatever
Yeah.
that one is. I can't
It's
remember.
For having a specific building.
Yeah, but the one Kristen had that building,
Yeah.
so nobody else was going to put it there. But my tile, when I built it, allowed me to put it on there because I didn't have it,
They must
and
not
it
have seen
gave
that
me
tile
another
yet.
tile
Yeah.
or another tree.
Tree.
And then my B one was I had to have a large meeple, the panda bears are the large
Yeah.
ones, on it, and I got a tree. So that's how I just
every
loaded up on the
turn.
tree. I killed them on trees.
Yes, he did.
I had it almost all the way filled
And
in.
the tree area, there's 2 columns of trees. The first column are things you have to achieve in order to
Yeah,
put the
like
trees there.
you have to have 6 blue cards in your
or 60
tableau,
there's
or
no way to
red
get them
cards
all
or yellow
filled
cards. Yes,
by achieving them. You've got to
Right.
get them done another way.
unless of course you had my power.
Because you had your power. The second column were ones you had to spend. So you had to spend 5 workers. You had to spend out of your component area.
Right.
you had to spend 3 dice. You had to spend 4 tiles, whatever it was.
And the other thing you didn't talk about was the tweenies that were on your
tweenies,
assembly
yes.
line that gave you a one-time
bonus. Yeah. So the assembly line is 2 horizontal rows that you are putting these little hexagon tiles into. And the tiles are either single, double, or triple L's,
Yes.
corner pieces. And you're putting them down trying to make sets of 3. Well, not sets of 3, lines of 3.
Yes.
So you have to have a line of 3, and that gets you a discount. They all match. So I have 3 dice all in one. Now, mind you, there are no tiles that are all 3 dice all in one because the 3s are the corner pieces.
They're L's.
So you have to make them work. So if you can get the 3 of the same kind together, then you get a discount on that. Meaning that if my card needs a red dice, I can make do with an orange.
Yes.
I don't have to have that red. If it needs 6 cards and I have the card one, then I only need 5 cards. Something like that. So you get a 1-point discount on any game you build from then on.
1 level discount.
Right. However, off to the side, there are what are called tweenies. And these are just little triangles that fit very nicely in between
Those
the
aren't
little
triangles.
they're diamonds, I'm sorry, diamonds, that fit right in the intersection of 4 of the hexagons. And whenever you have a 4 set, it doesn't have to be matching, but whenever you have 4 together, you can put a tweenie down there. And those tweenies give you one-time bonuses. One of them gives you a tree.
Yep.
One could let you rearrange your entire mat, your entire thing if you want to. So
Some
that
give you
mistake
cards.
you made on laying down that card in your tableau, you can now fix it.
Yeah.
Some
Other ones
give
give
you an
you
extra
cards,
card, some
let
give
you
an
go
extra
up the
worker,
tracks.
Yeah, all sorts of different things. So you chose, and you didn't have to put them down immediately, but as soon as you did, they couldn't be moved.
Yeah.
So they were one-time bonuses, which were really neat.
There was also the enhancements. One of the places you could take your workers and put in.
Yes.
So, and it was staged where it was a level 1 worker, a level 2 worker, and a level 3 worker.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how many you had in there, like if you only had one level 1 worker on the top one, that was the...
You got a bonus on the track when you rolled a dice. So you rolled a 6, you got to move an extra spot. You got to move 7.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So it
And
gave
then
you
if you
bonuses on
had
the
the level 2 in there and then the level 3, then you were going to get 3.
You get 3 bonuses.
Now you
yeah.
could just put a level 3 in there. You still only get one.
Right. It
one
was
in there.
one for each one of the levels.
The other
you
one
did.
is you got to see that many more cards.
Or tiles.
Or tiles
Anything
when you
that
did it.
you drew blindly, you got to look at an extra one.
And then they had the gain 1 area, which like the top one, you put in 2 of the level 1 workers, and you could get a card or
all
a
level 1
Yeah,
stuff,
all the
yeah.
level 1 stuff. And then there was the next level. You put a level 2 worker and a level 1 worker, and then you got the level 2 stuff. And then the bottom one, of
Yeah,
course,
you
was the level
choose
3
whatever.
stuff.
And I used that one
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Oh, I did
actually,
a lot too.
to get some of the level 3 stuff I needed without having to wait for
Yeah,
it.
so that way, so you don't have to wait till it came around
Yeah.
onto the floor
Yep.
to move to. It's like, oh, I can do this now, and I can finish this card off, and then go
Yeah.
get more cards. And
It was a lot of fun.
this one, this is a
was-
game when I first opened the player board, because the player board unfolds
Yeah.
because it's all folded
It
up and
did.
folds out, and I looked as like on.
She gave us the player board and it unfolded, and then she hands us the tableau board.
The tableau board that
and
goes
that's-
beside it.
It's a table hog.
Yeah.
This was
Easy.
very
Oh my
intimidating
gosh.
when it first came out. I mean, there was times like going, I need a level 3 over there. Can somebody please give me one?
Yeah.
We were just passing things out as everybody said, I need this, I need that, I need that.
And it's
Though,
all
but-
simultaneous play. I did not mention that.
Yeah.
This is all simultaneous play. So it goes really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, let me rephrase it. It goes as fast as you want it to go.
Yes.
You're not waiting for your turn to come up. There's no downtime in this. It's literally, okay, is everybody done with this with this particular day? Great. Move the factory floor. And then keep going.
And there's sometimes you may have put your forklift so far ahead that you may
may
go
not
a
have a
turn
turn.
and not have anything. But you could
But you got
have
your little workers.
your little workers that you could be putting out still getting things.
Yeah.
And then when the break room comes back around to
When the day comes back around to the break room,
when the day comes back around
Yep.
to the break room here,
all your workers gather back up in the break
all your workers
room, and
come
you get
back
to use them again.
and you can start all over again with your workers. And you could put them all out right then and there, or you can wait until you really needed
you
them and
need
put them
them.
out
Yep.
to see what you needed. It's a really cool game. Like I said, I don't know if this is going retail. I don't know if it was just a Kickstarter thing or what.
I was about to ask it because I think you said that like it was Kickstarter, but you weren't sure that it was actually going to hit the stores.
It is on the Bezier website.
Yes.
For sale. But it's not the all-in one. It's the mid-range one where you don't have.
It's still $200.
Yeah.
And I will
the
say,
all-in version gave you extra cards,
which I'm okay with
which
that.
is fine.
I just want
And
the
Christmas
components
trees
to be as good.
Yes, and Christmas trees. I think the
Because
components are the same.
I think they are too.
If I'm spending $200 on a board game, the components better be really good.
Right.
Yeah. So so I think the all-in Kickstarter one gave you like 3 more decks of cards for to build, and it gave you the Christmas trees.
Bezier may be one we have to hit right away on Thursday.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, that would be one we'd have to rush. And I don't know. Unless they are saving it certain amounts per day, it's going to be hard. I said we might have a better shot looking at all the way to Phoenix or down to Orlando this year.
Ordering it.
Or ordering it from Bezier.
So if you happen to know where there might be one,
send it to us.
I like that.
And if you're at Bezier and you're part of Bezier, send us one. We'd love to do a review of it.
Yes.
Oh wait, we just did a review of it. We'd love to do a video game playthrough of it.
I was supposed to say a playthrough.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we get our hands on one, we'll definitely do a playthrough.
Yeah. So this one is definitely one I would recommend.
Yeah.
If you have a chance to play with it, or buy it, because this is one.
If you like tableau builders,
yes.
Now let's preface that. If you like tableau builders, this is a good one.
And like those games where I need to get this, and this, so I can go over here and do that, and then put that into there to make it work for me later. Yeah. It's really cool.
I definitely like it.
Before we wrap up, I have one question for everybody. What is your favorite thing about going to a game convention?
Oh, I thought that was a question for the society.
It is, but do you have an answer for it? What's the biggest thing you like going to a convention? The retreat isn't really truly a convention.
No, it's not. It's not. And honestly, the only conventions we've been to, we've only been to 3. Obviously, Gen Con.
We've been to Dice Tower West.
Yes.
We've been to Geek Way to the West.
Yes.
And we've been to Hoosier Con.
So
that's
4. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I like just getting to sit down and play games I wouldn't otherwise get a chance to play.
Yeah.
So, but...
And when you've been a bunch...
I like shopping.
You have friends that suddenly show up.
You do.
And you see them that you don't see until that con comes around, which is cool. But yeah, I like seeing all the new games that are coming out. Yeah. And seeing the crazy booths.
Yeah.
Some of them get a little wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a very big, if the artwork looks really cool in the game and the mechanics are there, I like getting those. So those catch my eyes quicker than just the boring games or whatever. Right. Or it shows me games that you guys don't have. And I'm like, that looks pretty cool.
You get to see all the ones that have not caught our eye yet.
Correct, which are a lot. It's also fun to see you people talk to you people. And I'm like, oh, God.
Like last year, right after the Dice Tower Awards, when Chris Yee just came up and grabbed my shoulders and just started talking like we've been friends forever.
Or even the ones that met you before and sat with us at the awards.
Chris.
Chris. And then we ran into him again on Saturday. And
he hung out with us while we were waiting in line to get inside the dealer hall. Yeah. And like I said, and Joy's coming this year, so we get to meet Joy.
Yeah. Excited
and get a picture with her, and if she's good with it, we'll even show you Joy on the next one.
There you go. So
this is going to do it for episode 116. If you like this episode or any of our content and haven't subscribed to the podcast, please do so by going to iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And while you're there, give us a rating and comment. This is how others find the show. You can also show your support to the show by becoming a Patreon member. Just go to patreon.com/the Meeple Society. Also, if you want to donate at to Extra Life and the Children's Miracle Network. Go to www.meeplesociety.com. There you'll find links to donate to the cause. But in the meantime, if you want to follow us on social media just to keep up with us and see what we're doing, follow the links in the show notes. There you'll find links to Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Discord, Blue Sky, and our merch shop. Or you can contact us directly at meeplesociety@mail.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the next one.